So with y'all, we got Fut Champs on the left flank. We got Malin. Up top, we got Keen.
Bro, hold on, let me talk. Bro, moving stiff when he walk. I'm too tight, got the G on my. I'm too tight, got the G, I'm in court.
Next to Keen, we have Openda. On the right flank, we got the cap. We got Pulisic. All right, that's the starting 11. Let's get to the games. Alright, so this is the first dude we went up against. He got the informed Lautaro. He also got the player month Thuram. Hey, I would have got that Thuram card, but I feel like him and Keen basically got the same stats. Keen might actually have like a few better stats on like dribbling and shit. But yeah, his card can still upgrade depending on how many wins they get in like the Europa League and shit. But yeah, so far my front four has been straight. Like in the last bit on the rivals like rewards and shit. We did that Icon SBC, and now we got Barnes. But I'm trying to see if I should start him over Malin or Openda. If I do start that card, I might have to get more like BPL players and shit. But yeah, one card that's really good is Pulisic. Like, if he gets like one more upgrade, he's probably gonna be like one of the best wingers in the game. But yeah, they don't have no Evo for him or like no special card yet, so we're gonna see. But yeah, in real footy right now, the international break is over, and so yeah, they just back to like club ball and shit. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of big games coming up. You know, El Clasico is gonna be next week, probably gonna be like the biggest game of the season. And see like this one thing where it's like it had like a million niggas like queued up trying to get the tickets and shit. It's about to be Yamal and Mbappe. But yeah, I just seen like the league table and shit. Like I think Barcelona's up like one game ahead, so it's gonna be one of them games that impact what happens later on down the line and shit. So you finna see. Like I said, Barca got a new coach and shit. They got Hansi Flick, so they've been playing better than last season. Right now, their most informed players are, you know, Yamal. He got like a goal or assist like every like game or so. Then, you know, they got Lewandowski. He's leading like the golden boot race and shit right now. So yeah, he's been back in form and shit. And then the third player is Rafinha, bro. Like, he's been playing like attacking mid sometimes and then, you know, out on the wing. But yeah, this is probably his best season so far. And then I had seen like Pedri come back as well. But yeah, usually they play with like a 4-2-3-1. It depends on like if they want to put Rafinha attacking mid and then, you know, Yamal on the right wing. But it all depends. But yeah, as far as Madrid goes, you know, they just got Mbappe back. He was out for a few games. Like, you know, they just been subbing him on and shit. But yeah, they've been playing either like a 4-2-3-1. And like I said in my other videos, I feel like they could also play that 4-4-2. You could have like Mbappe and Vinny up top with like Rodrigo, Valverde, Jude, and then Tchouaméni. So they could attack in a 4-4-2 and then defend in like a 4-3-3, or they could keep the 4-4-2 and defend in a low block. But yeah, the thing is, they haven't even played like their best ball yet. So they both got like 2 games before that El Clasico. So they got the La Liga match, and then they still got like Champions League and shit midweek. So yeah, let's see how both of them play like before that El Clasico and shit. But yeah, weekend league wise, that's why I didn't want to change my front four, bro. Cause like, you know, right now they're just playing like in sync. You know, it'll depend on like what I finish in this weekend league. I might change like 3 people and shit. I was trying to get, you know, Fonzie at left back, but you gotta get the chemistry right and shit, or it's not gonna hit. But yeah, leading up to this game, I think it was like 3-0 right now. I like the super subs I just added in. And then, you know, when I was trying to add in Fonzie, I was gonna add in Limer. You could have played him at like CDM, but you know, after this Fut Champs and the rewards and shit, I'm gonna see how like my starting 11 is gonna look. Hey, y'all let me know if y'all want me to add any Evos or any other cards and shit to this. Hey, they got the Ballon d'Or ceremony coming up in a few weeks. Hey, for me, Vinny's gonna be the most likely to win that shit. For the best young player of the year award, I'm gonna go with Yamal. He could just won the Euros and shit. He's really already like a top 10 player right now though. Not even top 10 young player, like just a top 10 like player in general. As far as the best keeper goes, I think Courtois was injured like most of last season, so I don't think he's gonna be in it, but let's see. Hey, I just looked at the list and shit. It doesn't really have, like, you know, the Neuers and all those other people. Hey, the Argentina keeper might win that one, bro. He just won that international tournament. But yeah, we gonna see. Or it could be like the Spain keeper. And for the Puskas, you know, that's the goal of the year. The only one like I'm thinking of is like that Garnacho bike, but I don't know, it could be like something else. Hey, so basketball's about to start up in like 3 days. They said the Celtics might do a two-peat. It all depends. Like sometimes after like a team wins a championship, they may trade like a key player. But yeah, if they kept most of their players, they're gonna be straight. Because like what worked for them last season is like they didn't just rely on like one superstar or some shit. Like even if Tatum or Brown had like an off night or some shit, they have like 3 to 8 players that can average like 10 points. So for me, bro, like I said before, they was playing like Germany in that 2014 World Cup, bro. But yeah, the biggest trade so far is that Knicks and the Wolves trade. A lot of niggas are saying like, why did they trade Cat and not Gobert? But hey, they said eventually they was gonna have to trade that nigga anyway. Cause you know in the NBA they got the salary cap and shit. So if you got like a dynasty like the Warriors or you know whoever else, nigga gonna trade your ass. Cause like, you know, they got some shit called like the luxury tax and shit. So sometimes the owners will pay that shit just to keep like their main guys on the team and shit. Like the Warriors that one time, or sometimes the Cavs, you know, back when they was playing the Warriors. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm liking that Knicks starting 5. They got Brunson, they got Bridges, they got Cat. Like, you know, they gonna have like better spacing and shit this season. Yeah, nigga was asking me like what I mean when I say like the 2018 Bron and shit. I just feel like that's when he was the most complete. Like, you know, 2012, 2013 was like when he was like at his peak athletically. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I feel like, you know, 2018 Bron had like just a better understanding of the game. Like, and he had to do like way more shit. You gotta remember Kyrie had left, and then they did like a whole bunch of trades that season because like they went and brought in like D-Wade, you know, IT, D-Rose. Like, it sounds good, like, you know, just reading that shit out, but that shit had no spacing in that bitch, bro. You know, shit was mad congested. Remember, bro, mid-season, they traded all them niggas, bro. And then they brought in like Rodney Hood and shit. Nigga brought in like Kyle Korver. He was like, man, stand in the corner, bro. But yeah, nigga ain't really have that much help that season, you feel me? Like when Kyrie was there, you could defer to Kyrie at some points in the game, like in the clutch and shit like that. But with this shit, he had to do everything. But yeah, at that point, he been in the league so long that he could tell like the other players on the other like squads and shit, like their plays and shit. But yeah, you remember, bro, playoffs. Nigga went against like the Pacers, and then you know the Celtics took him to like game 7 and shit, and then after that bro had to go play, you know, primetime Warriors. And then you remember, bro, game 1 bro had like 51, and then it was like towards the end of the game, right? And I think like George Hill had did some free throws and shit, and he missed like both, right? And then JR had the rebound. Then, you know, that nigga started malfunctioning and shit, bro. So instead of trying to go up in the game, this nigga ran out the clock because he thought they was in the lead. And then you remember, bro, niggas started posting this picture and shit. But yeah, man, that was the Warriors back then, bro. Niggas was a dynasty, bro. You remember, like, mid-game, they put the shit with, like, the stats and shit. And it'll be like, he's leading all 5 stats and shit. You know, they was just trying to show niggas he was hooping and shit. But, you know, they gotta put that bitch in, like, MLA format.
Just say what.
Hey man, y'all subscribe. Next up we got Fut Champs rewards. We also do custom tactics for all the other formations. We probably gonna talk about like some music shit and some other topics on the next one. I'ma catch you.